and gentlemen, this is a special night for Paris Tiger Nation. Earlier this evening, the first class was inducted into the Paris High School Athletic Hall of Fame. It is my honor to introduce those members and their families. First, Bernie Shively. Bernie Shively. Bernie Shively was born near Oliver and attended Paris High School, where he was a multi-sport letterman. He was a star multi-sport athlete at Illinois, earning letters in football from 1924 to 26, wrestling in 26 and 27, and track and field from 1925 to 27. Shively was considered the top blocker for the legendary Red Grange in 1924 and 25, before earning consensus All-American honors in 1926. As a wrestler, he was the 1926 Big Ten heavyweight co-champ and helped the Illini to Big Ten team titles in 1926 and 27. Shively was a top hammer thrower for the track and field team and helped the Illini to the 1927 Big Ten outdoor title. He later became the athletic director at Kentucky from 1938 until his death in 1967 at the age of 65. Shively is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame, inducted in 1982. His name adorns the Kentucky Track and Field Stadium. He served Kentucky as an assistant football coach and was interim head coach in 1945 prior to hiring Bear Bryant as the Wildcats coach. William Bill Bess. Bill Bess inspired a generation of Paris football players. As a 1941 graduate of Paris High School, Bill was selected as a member of the All-State football team in 1938 and 39 for both the Illinois All-State Football Board of Coaches and the News-Gazette. He served as the Tiger football captain in 1939. He attended George Washington University in Washington, D.C. on a football scholarship. He was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Marines in the Central Pacific during World War II. He returned to Paris and eventually retired as the vice president of the Illinois cereal mill after 35 years of service. Richard Dick Foley. Dick Foley was born and raised in Paris. He was a 1943 graduate of Paris High School and was class valedictorian. Dick was a starting guard on the Tiger 1942 basketball team, which was unbeaten until he fell to Centralia in the state title game, ending 39-1. Dick was also a member of the 1943 basketball team that got the job done and won the state title the next year. After one semester of college, Dick joined the U.S. Army, eventually serving as a staff sergeant in the Signal Corps, where he processed V-mail. He was stationed near Paris, France. While in the Army, he played on the Fort Sheridan basketball team and competed in an AAU basketball tournament in Denver. Upon returning to the University of Illinois in 1946, he continued his engineering studies and rejoined the Illini basketball team. He played on the 1941 Big Ten championship team, which went on to place third in the NCAA basketball tournament. He made his home in Champaign and constructed buildings on the U of I campus, including the Assembly Hall in 1963. He is a member of the Illinois Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame. Robert Bob Collenberger. Bob Collenberger was also born and raised in Paris. Imagine, if you will, the first state cross-country team championship among the rolling hills of the Urbana Country Club. Picture a young freshman ready to run. That's Bob Collenberger. He won the championship with a time of 9:58, the first of the Paris runners across the finish line. As a sophomore, he finished third. He lettered every year, 1947 to 1950, in basketball and track, and took the basketball team to the Sweet 16 in 1950. He attended Eastern Illinois University for a short period of time before joining the Navy in 1951, stationed in Key West, Florida. After the Navy, he worked at USI in Tuscola and at Formolite in Marshall before becoming an Illinois State Police officer. Robert Bob Owens. Born and raised in Paris, Bob was a 1947 graduate of Paris High School. He was the first black captain of a basketball team to advance to the state finals. Paris ruled high school basketball in Illinois in 1947. Instrumental in that accomplishment was Robert Owens. An All-State player in 1947, Robert was also named as a Prep All-American player. He was named to these teams as a center despite standing only 6'2". He was elected to the IBCA Hall of Fame as a player, and fittingly, the announcement was made the night Evelyn Gym was named for Coach Ernie Evelyn. As 6'2" center, Bob scored 22 points in the state championship game and was named to the first team All-Tourney team. The sports writer for the Chicago Tribune said Bob had the longest arms he ever saw, and he hounded Champaign Star and limited to .419 for shooting. Bob was the leading scorer in the state tournament in 1947, netting 72 points in 4 games. After his prep days ended, Robert stayed and worked in Paris. He coached young players in the Junior League program. Charles Matheny. Charles Matheny may have been one of the best all-around runners in Tiger history. In the 1950-51 school year, he placed second in the IHSA state meet and led the Tigers to a second-place finish. That same school year, he took second at the state track meet in the mile. In the 1951-52 school year, he took first in the cross-country state finals with a time of 10:22.4. In the spring, Charles won the mile at the state track meet with a time of 4:31.7. Charles attended Eastern Illinois University where he met his wife. He was an avid runner and bicyclist all his life. He died in 2014. Otho Tucker. Otho, a 1971 PHS graduate, played for Coach Brett Brown. Otho was hailed as a can't-miss college prospect by then Illini coach Harv Schmidt and highly recruited by major colleges. He played for the Illini and was their team captain and also played for Lou Henson. Otho started for Paris as a sophomore and is proud that he hit the shot 1 second on the clock after a pinpoint pass by Rick Gosnell to beat the Charleston Trojans. The victory ended Charleston's 9-game win streak over Paris. Tucker, who was the tallest guard in the country at that time at 6'7", is remembered for his versatility, his scoring ability, averaging about 23 points per game as a senior, and helping the Tigers rack up a 30-1 record in 1970-71. Over the past 14 years, he has led Oconee Academy from its founding years in 2007 with 11 kindergarten students to becoming a 2014 National Blue Ribbon School, ranked as one of the top 50 public elementary schools in the nation and consistently one of the highest performing schools in Georgia. Otho and his teammates on that 1971 team inspired a generation of Paris boys and girls to work hard. Otho lives in Greensboro, Georgia with his wife Cindy. They have 3 children and 8 grandchildren. Coach Ernie Evelyn. Ernie Evelyn was hired as the school's head basketball coach prior to the 1935-36 season, and he ushered in the golden era of high school basketball in Paris. Coach Evelyn's 29-year coaching career consisted of a record of 793 wins to only 178 losses, and 2 IHSA state championships, in addition to a pair of runner-up finishes. Overall, he had 11 teams make the state finals, including 7 in a row from 1938 to 1944. In addition, Evelyn also coached the Tiger Cross Country team to 3 straight state titles from 1946 to 48. The gym was renamed to honor Coach Evelyn on December 9, 1977. He is a charter member of the Illinois Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame, Bradley University Sports Hall of Fame, Northern Illinois Track and Cross Country Coaches Association Hall of Fame. We would also like to recognize 4 teams to this inaugural class. The 1943 boys basketball state champions, the 1947 boys basketball state champions, the 1946 boys cross country state champions, and the 1948 boys cross country state champions. The member plaques will be displayed at the high school. Here is your 2022 class of the Paris High School Athletic Hall of Fame.
It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions with Chip and Bethany Keys, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, State Farm Agent Terry Elliston, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial Agents Jim Blue and Mark Gladding, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram's Waste Disposal, The Skating Rink with CJ and Mary Jo Becker, North American Lighting, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Templeton Funeral Home, and White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning. And our affiliate sponsors, Steve and Lynn Young, Mary Lou Pine Family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Winans Farms Mark and Holly Winans, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Step Farms and Excavation.
Good evening, Tiger basketball fans, and welcome to 1985 here at Ernie Evelyn Gym, where your Paris Tigers will play host to the Chrisman Cardinals in a packed-up gym here at Ernie Evelyn with the alumni band playing. Hopefully you enjoyed some of those songs between games. We happy to put those on the air for you, keep you from listening to us, and hopefully you'll hear them throughout the night in the background. I'm Jeff Chambers alongside my partner Lenny Irwin. And Lenny, in spite of the inaugural Paris High School induction ceremony for the Hall of Fame between games, which we brought to you as well, we got a hot basketball team on the court right now.
We do. The Tigers are playing some good basketball. They had an impressive win last night down at Robinson. I listened to the game on YouTube, but I didn't go and do the game, but sounded like it was really a great game.
Yeah, Tigers played the way they've been doing the last 2 weeks, and we'll get into that a little bit, but it kind of culminated with, of all things, the Little Illini Conference Tournament, where they started things out in that tournament opening round and gave just a great effort in that contest. As I'm stalling to scroll through here and look at it, the Tigers lost to Casey 48-35. Casey has just been beating the tar out of everybody here lately. So to stay within that, stay within 13 points of them, and then turn around and face the conference-leading Mount Carmel Golden Aces in round two, only lost to them by 10, 59-49. And then the ball started rolling. Played Marshall last Friday night, and the seventh-place game here rolled them. Played La Salette here on Tuesday evening, rolled them, and go down to Robinson in a hostile environment. And it was loud last night. Senior night, all the good stuff. And you go on the road in the conference and pull away a huge upset, in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely was an upset because we interviewed Coach Brinkley after the La Salette game, and he was telling how it was going to be such a tough game because Robinson went like 6'7", 6'7". They had a 6'2" point guard, and I thought, man, how's Rigdon going to match up against a 6'2" point guard? And
well, all Jackson did was pour in 18 points. I mean, that's all he did.
Yeah.
His play over the last, and the Tigers' success is kind of culminated in his success on the court. Don't want to single anybody out, but it just seems that the energy has changed. Jackson against La Salette knocked down 6 3-pointers in the first quarter, in the first half. In that one, and then last night we got Drake Bartos back on track, our leading scorer for the season. He poured in 26, so we got 44 out of 2 players last night on the road, and just the intensity that the Tigers have been playing with here in the last 10-14 days is something that Coach Brinkley knew was in there, and finally they've gotten it out, and it's shown in their second 3-game win streak of the season.
Well, this is the right time of year to peak. If you're gonna make things happen, you got to make it happen right now because we've only got like 4 more home games left, and then we roll into regionals. So,
yes, indeed. 90 seconds ahead of tip-off, we will bring you the national anthem prior to the starting lineups tonight. Reed Stuck, if you weren't with us last night, got a nose banged up in practice either on Wednesday or Thursday. Tried to go with a mask during warm-ups. That didn't work. Just threw the mask away, was in for the opening play, and came out immediately after that and did not get back on the court. So to pull out a win like that on the road with your point guard on the bench, or your two guard, whatever you want to call Reed, plus his defense. To go on the road and do that against the team, the like of Robinson with their length, it was just incredible, and hopefully the Tigers can continue that tonight. We're going to step aside for the playing of our national anthem.
Before tonight's contest, we ask that you please rise and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
PHS Alumni Pep Band, led by Dr. Kevin Pruitt, with some assistance from Warren Sperry on a few songs. Nice to see Warren back up there.
It is. That's old times. That's old school there, Jeff.
Like I said, welcome back to 1985. Remember when this gym used to be packed the way it is tonight? That was every night. Starting lineup for the Chrisman Cardinals, Tristan Lemkuhl, a 6-foot junior. Number 12, Chris Francis, a 5'10" junior. We get the start along with senior number 14, standing 6'5", Nick Eddy. Along with him, John Mosier. He's a 6'2" senior. And the final starter is Garrett Willis. Head coach of the Chrisman Cardinals, Rob Lorenzen, with assistance from Zachary Morgan. Starting lineup for your Tigers. Jackson Rigdon will get some start once again. Drake Bartos back in the starting lineup, which tells me that Reed Stuck will not be playing tonight. Drew Rogers gets the start along with Trey Lee and Brady Krippus. Head coach of your Tigers, Chase Brinkley, assisted by Zach Walls and Rodney Roderick. All right, we are ready for some PHS basketball. Tigers come in at the 12 and 14 mark. Chrisman comes in at 9 and 17. These two met in the Tri-County Holiday Tournament. Tigers victorious in that one by a score of 60-27. Sit back for the next 90 minutes. Enjoy some Tiger basketball here on the Paris Sports Network. Thank you much for joining us. And we are set for basketball. Eddie controls the tip, goes in the backcourt to Chris Francis. Tigers extend their zone. Jackson all the way out at the timeline. Nearly gets a steal. Nearly gets another steal. Chrisman comes away with it. Eddie all the way down from his post position to calm things down for the Cardinals. Lemkuhl guarded by Bartos. Tigers in a 2-3. There's some length to this 2-3, Lenny. You got Bartos standing 6'2" out there on the point.
For sure.
There's a shot just off the elbow by Tristan Lemkuhl. First 2 points of the night belong to the Cardinals. Just underway here at Evelyn. Bartos with the ball, right side to Lee. Corner to Rigdon. He's double teamed, dribbles out of it. Lob pass to Trey.
Yeah.
He finishes at the rim. Trey Lee didn't have full control of it, had just enough though. We're tied up at 2. My correction, Roger Maloney is the 5th starter for the Cardinals. He's got the basketball right now. Gets back up top to Francis. Eddie now, his first touch of the game. Lemkuhl dribbled right side. Now he's double teamed by Krippus and Bartos. Gets out of there. Trey and Eddie, that'll be a fun battle to watch tonight. Trey got in foul trouble last night and sat a big portion of it. But our Super Studs did the job. Rigdon with the steal. Semi-fast break. Gets the right side to Lee. All the way across court to Bartos. His 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound Rogers. Back to Lee. Lee kicks it out to Rogers. His 3. No good. Hit the same spot. Eddie pulls it out. Now quickly come the Cardinals. Francis to Eddie. Eddie will try a 3 straight on. No good. Rebound goes to Maloney. His shot's no good. Bartos comes away. 5:45 left, opening quarter. We're tied up at 2. Krippus to Bartos. Back to Krippus. Jackson Rigdon, his 3 is good. Hasn't missed from that end this year. Comes up a little bit gimpy on that, though. May have landed wrong. Interesting to see how that goes along. A lot of coaches in the area talking about number 1 for the Tigers and how fun he's going to be the next 2 years. Trey Lee with a steal. They get it. Chrisman gets it right back, but on the line. Turnover for the Cardinals. Tigers lead it 5-2. 5:14 left, first quarter. Rigdon appears to be okay. He'll bring it across the timeline. His corner pass deflected. Gets it to Lee, though. Bartos to Lee in the corner. Top to Rigdon. He splits the 2-3 zone. His floater's no good. Pulled out by the Cardinals. Lemkuhl is going to be fouled on the play.
Got a blocking foul with Krippus. That'll be his first. Team's first.
2 minutes and 11 seconds in. First foul for either team. Chrisman has the ball in front of the Tiger bench. In it comes to Lemkuhl. Now Francis. There's the dump pass in Eddie. It's going to be tough to stop him from there. He landed wrong. He's still down. Lee all the way back the other end. He'll finish for 2. Eddie's still down.
Yeah, he's hurting. I think we're going to have.
He came down on a foot. May have been Krippus's. Lemkuhl will pick up that foul to give Eddie time to retie his sneaker. Big fellow will stay in. Tough kid.
I think he's got more issues, though, than just retying the sneaker, but he doesn't seem to be limping, though.
Yeah, he's got a knee brace on the left one, and that was the right ankle that he came down on that time. So doesn't know which way to limp right now.
He doesn't.
God love him. Rigdon to Lee. And back to Rigdon. Here comes the alley-oop. Nice catch and finish by Lee. First time that play has worked in quite a while. Thing of beauty when it does work. 9-2, Tigers on top. Francis will launch a 3, no good. Pulled down by Rigdon on weak side. Gets it to Krippus. Up ahead to Bartos. 2 on 4. Drake drives right around the right block, lays it in for 2. It'll be a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. You're watching Tiger basketball on the Paris Sports Network.
North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season.
Welcome back to Tiger basketball out of a Chrisman timeout. Tigers on a 9-0 run. Things were tied up at 2. Now they lead it 11-2.
Well, I'm missing a basket already. I think I missed that last one.
Trey Lee had a layup on the alley-oop.
Yeah, I got that one, I thought. But he's got 2 of those. Bartos has got a layup. And I had Rigdon for a 3-pointer.
Maloney's got the ball. Way outside is Tristan Lemkuhl. He hits nothing, goes out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball. 3:41 left. Tigers lead it by 9. Rigdon to Lee. Looks like the same play, opposite side. Here it comes. There's a legal screen on that one. Bartos caught. Moving in a little bit late on that screen.
Yeah, that'll be Drake's first. It'll be the team's second.
The Cardinals get it after the Tiger turnover. Francis with the ball. To Eddie, back to Francis. Tigers in kind of a hybrid 2-3 zone. They'll cover way out toward the mid-court stripe. Rigdon poked it away. Just didn't have the spring to go get it. He is not 100% right now.
Yeah, and it's kind of a change having Drake out front, too, because normally Drake's down in the low box.
Timeout for Chrisman. 3:08 left in the first quarter. We'll be back with more Tiger basketball.
Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris. North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season.
Second timeout within the last minute for the Chrisman Cardinals. This one was a full one. Tigers lead at 11-2, 3:08 left in this first quarter. We'll be back on the air on Monday night, bringing you Lady Tiger basketball as they battle Mattoon before finishing up their regular season on next Thursday against Altamont. Cardinals with the ball. Maloney turns it over. Lee comes back with it. Back to Bartos, volleyball line. Rigdon to Bartos. Glenn keep away up here at the top. Down the corner to Lee. Skips it to Bartos, back to Lee. Try and get the ball to Rogers. There he goes. He's got it. Kicks it back out to Bartos. Nearly had it stolen away. Rigdon's got it. Tigers will reset. Rigdon, free throw line to Krippus. He's double teamed. Back to Rigdon. His three's good. Jackson Rigdon. Give the Tigers a 14-2 lead. 2 minutes left first quarter. Gage Tingley's checked in for the Cardinals. And there's a block by Lee. And another block by Lee. Here comes Bartos. Tigers have numbers. Bartos. Right-handed layup is good. No resistance. Drake kept his dribble live, got to the rack. 16-2. Francis guarded by Rigdon. Tingley's three, no good. Rebound down there by Maloney. He puts it back for 2. Cardinals' first 2 points in the last 6 minutes. Rigdon to Lee. Clock rolls, minute 15. Rigdon at midcourt. Tigers ran nearly 80 seconds off the clock last night in the third quarter. Bartos will fire a three from the corner. It's good. Drake's got that nice high finish and nice high arc. It's pretty much a done deal that that's going to go in. Tingley dumps it to Eddie. His shot's no good. An offensive foul,
Yeah.
Trey Lee. That's only about the 20th time we said that this year. Trey keeps that offensive foul streak alive. Had one last night, got one tonight. Rigdon gets to the block. He lays it up. His floater is good. 21-4, 30 seconds left, first quarter. If you haven't seen number one, he just got hit right in the nether region there. If you haven't seen number one play for the Tigers, just tuning in, he is a joy to watch. He's kind of hampered right now. There's a three-pointer by Francis, no good. Foul will be called against the Tigers.
Stuck's coming in for him, though, so I wasn't sure we'd see Reed tonight.
That's a good sign. Reed back on the court. Cardinals get it in. Tingley's three, no good. Bartos with the board. 10 seconds for the Tigers. Bartos crosses over. Deep three, short. Rogers with the board and Eddie. Jump ball with 1 second left on the clock. Tigers have a chance at a tip-in opportunity here. They already lead at 21-4. Checking in for Chrisman. John Mosier will come back in. Stuck to inbound. It's got to be an alley-oop to Trey. There it is. He catches it, but on the way down, unable to get enough on it. But after 8 minutes of play, your Tigers lead at 21-4. We'll be back with second quarter action.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
1 quarter of play in the books. Tigers close it out on a 19-2 run and lead at 21-4. Starters back on the court for the Cardinals. Starters back on the court for the Tigers, minus Jackson Rigdon, who starts this quarter on the bench. Maloney loses the handle on it. Eddie gathers it. Francis took a step.
Travel, yep, that's going to be another turnover against Chrisman. I've got him for 4 already.
Stuck will bring it up for the Tigers. Sands mask. Bartos left side up to Stuck. Grippy at the free throw line. Dribbles out of trouble. Gets the ball back to Stuck. Bartos as the Cardinals go man-to-man. Now Stuck's got it. Coach Brinkley calls in his man-to-man play. Bartos hands it to Lee. To Krippus. Rogers drives baseline. And we are stale right now. Had the ball for about 50 seconds here in this second quarter. Yet to attempt a shot. Credit to the Cardinal defense. Lee, he catches the ball, kicks it out to Rogers. His three's no good. Bartos with the board. Dribbles the right block and goes up, and it's fouled. Good strong board, good strong take that time by Drake.
Looks like the foul's going to be on number 12, Chris Francis. His first, team's third. Bartos will be shooting a pair.
First free throws of the night for the Tigers as Rigdon checks back into the ball game, replacing Reed Stuck. Bartos made the first, his second upcoming. It's good as well. 23-4. Francis up quickly. Stolen away by
almost
Lee and off the official. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Maloney to inbound. Tipped away. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Grippus with the deflection. Maloney. This time they do get it in to Lemke. He drives his 8-foot jump shot around and out. Lee with the board. Rigdon gets into the paint. Kicks it out to Bartos. His three, no good. No, it is good. Sorry about that. I was blocked. Drake Bartos with a three. Tigers up 26-4. Maloney with the ball, back to Francis. Lemke, cut off by Rogers. Nowhere to go. He's ball up top to Francis. Eddie. To Francis. Rigdon nearly poked it away. It's a three-pointer and hits nothing. Rogers has got it. Now Lee. He goes all the way to the rim. Out of bounds. It'll go to Chrisman. Connor Rhodes will come in now, giving Trey Lee a breather.
Yeah, Trey and Eddie have been having quite the battle underneath the board, so we'll see how Connor matches up with him.
Hayden Spessard will also come into the contest, giving John Mosier a break. 5:43 left. Tigers up 26-4. Rigdon guarding Francis. Off a screen from Eddie. Francis, this 12-foot jumper, no good. Grippus with the board, saves it to Rogers. Nobody guarding Rogers. Corner to Bartos. His three is good. Drake feeling it. And a timeout, Chrisman. We will take one as well and be back with more Tiger basketball on the Paris Sports Network.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning have been your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195.
Welcome back to Tiger basketball. Tigers on a run here to start the second quarter. They've outscored the Cardinals 8-0, 5:18 left. Chrisman basketball. Francis to Eddie. Three-point shot's no good, but rebounded and put in by Spessard. Rigdon. To Rogers, to Rhodes. Rhodes drives between a pair of Cardinals. Bartos catches it on the run. He lays it up softly, no good. Gets his own board. Kicks it out to Rogers. Rigdon, his three, no good. Rogers crashed the board, be called for the foul.
Be a foul on Rogers. Seen that
Love
coming.
the attacking of the glass, though, on the offensive end for the Tigers. That was a big concern last night, and it did come to fruition. Robinson just tore the offensive glass up, but Fortunately for us, they were 0 out of 18 from three-point range. Cardinals break the press. One-man press of Rigdon, who nearly had a steal. Lemkuhl top. Left alone. Thought about it. Bartos recovered. Spessard. Francis.
There's another
tried
turnover.
to get in. Eddie. Up ahead to Bartos. Nice pass ahead by Connor Rhodes. Off the leg of Cardinals. Out of bounds. Trey Lee will check back in.
Give Krippus a breather this time. So.
Back-to-back nights, and last night was very exhausting physically for the Tigers. So every breather they can get tonight will be very helpful. Bartos, his corner three, no good. Eddie battling with Spessard for the board. He comes away with it, though. Excuse me, that was Gavin McCord who checked in. Lemkuhl to Francis. Gets the ball to McCord. All alone is Spessard. Kicks it out to McCord. His three, no good. Rogers with the board. Trey Lee throws it down for two. Cardinals fell asleep getting back. Trey Lee with the exclamation point, 31-6. 3.5 left in the first half. Lemkuhl, top of the key. He'll shoot a three, no good. Good box out, and Rhodes gets it. Bartos in the corner to Rogers. He drives baseline up, and he'll be fouled. He'll head to the line for two. A little frustration setting in for the Chrisman big guy. He went straight up. The problem was he didn't have the basketball. So Rogers will head to the line, his first trip tonight. First one is good.
That's his first point of the night by my stats.
He had 9 big points and 3 big threes, none bigger than the last one he hit in the fourth quarter last night. That free throw rolls out. And the Cardinals come back quickly. McCord not afraid to shoot.
Block.
Lee got another block. McCord off the bench, firing away. That one was blocked by Lee. Peyton Langster will give Bartos a breather. Francis to inbounds. Tipped away by Rigdon and saved by Rigdon.
Saved by Rigdon. Another turnover.
There's a pass up ahead to Rhodes. What a save by Connor. Drew couldn't finish, but kudos to Connor Rhodes tracking that down and saving it to Drew. Highlight reel without the 2 points on the board. Francis now to Eddie. Lemkuhl. Hesitation, gets baseline. Rhodes tried to draw a foul, nothing called. Langster ahead with it. Kicks it to Rogers. All the way across court to Rigdon. Catch and release by Jackson, no good. Rebound pulled down by Eddie. 2.5 left here in the first half. Francis guarded by Rigdon. Gathers. Down the quarter to Lemkuhl. Back to Francis. To McCord. Back to Lemkuhl. Catches and gets it around Rogers. His floater's no good. Eddie with the board and the putback. Nick Eddie with his first points of the night. Makes it 32-8. Minute 50 left, first half. Rigdon to Rhodes. Langster. Can't say enough about the job that those two boys did last night as well, filling in for Lee, who was out with foul trouble. Ethan Hess also gave us some valuable minutes. Floater by Rigdon is no good. Chrisman comes away. Minute 20 left, first half.
Yeah, he carried it.
Carried it. Another turnover for Chrisman. Maloney back in. Krippus back in for the Tigers. Minute 20 left. Langster, Rigdon, Lee, Rhodes, and Krippus on the floor for your Tigers. Langster gets it across to Rhodes. Now Spessard, that's a mismatch the Tigers favor. Jackson can get right by Spessard. Lee tries to get by Eddie. He's cut off. Rhodes to Rigdon. Clock rolls, 50 seconds. Rigdon, another floater inside the arc. This one is good. Knows just when to get rid of it before the defense closes, does Jackson. 34-8, 35 seconds left. Nice entry pass off the leg of Spessard and out of bounds. Turnover Cardinals. Back in for the Cardinals, John Mosier. 35 seconds left. See if the Tigers hold for the last.
I would assume so.
Nice punctuation mark would be the alley-oop play to Trey. Rigdon to Lee. Clock's at 25. Top to Langster. Now to Rigdon. 15 seconds. They are setting it up for that. Rigdon. Around the screen from Rhodes. His fadeaway three, no good back iron. Langster tracks it down. Lee nails the three at the buzzer. There's a better exclamation mark to end that first half. Tigers lead it 37-8. We'll be back with some first half stats after we hear from some of our sponsors.
With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there, providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Scott, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Homes would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers! Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark Counties since 1950. If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. With locations in Paris, Chrisman, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com. At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics: the Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young. Cornerstone Building Brands is the largest manufacturer of exterior building products in North America, servicing commercial, residential, and repair and remodel markets. They're the #1 manufacturer of vinyl siding, windows, and metal accessories, as well as North America's top choice in metal roofing and wall systems. With an expansive product offering and more than 100 locations, they're committed to providing high-quality exterior building solutions that their customers and communities can count on. That's Cornerstone Building Brands in Paris.
Welcome back to halftime at Ernie Evelyn Gym, where your Tigers lead the Chrisman Cardinals by a score of 37-8. 5:40 left in this halftime show. Turn it over to my partner Lenny Irwin for some first half stats.
All righty, Jeff. The Cardinals never shot a free throw. They were 4 out of 11 from inside the arc for 36%, and they never made a three-pointer. They're 0 for 9 from three-point land. They had 9 turnovers in the first half, and they only scored 8 points. Nobody's leading. They just had 4 guys all with 1 bucket. Lynn Kuehl has 2 points. Nick Eddy has 2. Hayden Spessard with 2, and Roger Maloney with 2. For your Tigers, we're 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe for 75%. We're 8 out of 13 inside the arc, 62%. And we're 6 out of 13 outside the arc for 46%. I had us with 1 turnover and 3 personal fouls in that first half. I've got Bardos leading the way for us with 17, 10 for Jackson Rigdon, 9 for Trey Lee, and 1 point for Drew Rogers. And that's where we stand, 37-8 at the half.
4.5 left here in the halftime show. We'll step aside for some more from our sponsors and come back with PHS Pet Band.
North American Lighting is a leading supplier of automotive lighting systems in North America, and they're proud supporters of Paris Tiger Athletics. They'd like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this sporting season. Stuart & Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stuart & Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to Ernie Evelyn Gym, where the Tigers lead the Chrisman Cardinals 37-8. 3 minutes left. We're going to step aside and let you listen to the PHS Pet Band one last time. at your PHS Pet Band, led by Dr. Kevin Pruitt, with some help from some alumni tonight. Warren Sperry also leading a few tunes. We are set for the second half. Clock rolls 45 seconds. Chrisman didn't even attempt the shot during halftime warm-ups. They're out of the locker room, though, and huddled up. Tigers will return to action on Tuesday night as they host West Vigo. That will be a 5:30 start for the junior varsity contest due to good old daylight savings time, which is, I'm hearing it's gone. Don't know for sure. And then next Friday night, the boys will host Mount Carmel in their final Little Illini Conference game of the season. 16 minutes to go here. Tigers lead at 37-8, and they have the basketball. Bartos with it. To Rigdon. Back to Bartos. Left all alone. His first three is good. Picked up right where he left off. 40-8. 15 seconds into the third quarter. Francis with the ball. Gets it back. Top of the key to Lemkuel. His three, no good. Krippus battled. Nearly lost his head. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Maloney to trigger it. Looking for Eddie. He gets it. His 12-footer, no good. Bartos has it. Rigdon up floats one up for Lee, and he's tackled.
Man, he hit hard. Good to see him bounce up, though.
Eddie picking that one up with authority.
That'll be his third. Team's first this half.
I wasn't quite sure how he's going to catch and finish that anyway. Eddie said, we're not going to find out tonight. Threw into the deck. Lee to the stripe. First one short. One more coming for the 6'5" senior. Got 2 blocks and a charge. Makes the free throw. 41-8. Francis dribbles left side. Nowhere to go with it. Eddie's got it all the way out the volleyball line. Francis drives. Rigdon with the hand in his face.
Hey, you got it.
Gets the shooter's roll. Cardinals reach double digits, 41-10. Rigdon to Bartos, corner to Lee. His three, nothing. Away comes Lemkuel. Quick with that basketball, gets to the rim, spin, throws it away. Rogers, Krippus to Rigdon, stops on a dime, gets a shot off an elbow, no good. Rebound pulled out by Mosier. He keeps it now, gives it to Francis. Lemkuel. Rogers flies by. Eddie catches in traffic, goes up strong and finishes.
They'll count it.
Good strong move that time by Nick Eddy. Krippus will pick that foul up.
That'll be Krippus' second, team's first this half.
Stuck will check in for Bartos. Eddy with a chance at a conventional three-point play, finishes. 41-13. Rigdon goes up left side this time. Nobody picks him up, kicks it out to Rogers. His three, no good. Krippus on the ground. Gets tied up with Lemkuel. Jump ball will belong to Chrisman. 6 minutes remaining. Across the timeline. Stolen away. Stuck to Rigdon. Used his body as a shield, could not finish. Rogers' follow couldn't finish. Grippus loses it to Eddie. Turnover Tigers. Back comes Lemkuhl. Francis. Battle away, nearly saved by Rigdon, and he'll stay with the Cardinals. Besser gets it in. Eddie.
Oh, kind of shoved off, but
Yeah, just bowled his way.
no calls.
Lee was guarding him. Just bulldogged his way to the rim. 41-15. Rigdon to Rogers. All the way back to Stuck. Rogers dumps it to Lee. Triple team, kicks it out to Grippus. Stuck's three, no good. Rogers crashes the board and pulls it down and draws a foul. Once again, Tigers on the offensive glass.
Lemkuhl picks up the personal, his second. Team second.
Stuck to inbound. Jackson Rigdon's three from the right wing is no good. Grippus with another offensive board. Rigdon, Rogers. Rogers nearly lost it. Bounces right to Grippus. Stuck, his three is no good. Grippus with another board. Grippy having a trip this time, giving the Tigers 3 opportunities. Oh, and we turn it over.
Throw it away.
Tried to get it to him to reward him, and it's a turnover. Back comes Lemkuhl to Francis. Eddie cut off at the baseline. Francis guarded by Rigdon, nearly stolen away. Lemkuhl gets all the way to the rim. Altered by Rogers, not blocked. Shots missed. Away comes Lee. Stop, start, gets to the rim. Off the back. Rogers can't corral that. Goes to the Cardinals. Francis, these Cardinals played last night as well. Francis trying to get his breath as he dribbles. His shot from just beyond the free throw line, no good. Lee with the board. Stuck. Hands it to Rogers. Lee. Pass was to Lee. Grippus got it. Kicked it to Rigdon. He knocks a three down. 44-15 your score. 3.5 left, third quarter. Francis, baseball pass to to Maloney.
His three is good.
First three that the Tigers have given up in 2 days and about 30 attempts. Stuck, gets all the way to the rim, drives, tripped up, finishes. Stuck got the old buddy walk behind you and knock your leg into the other one. That was able to finish. Bartos will come back in.
The foul's going to go against Lemkuhl. It's going to be his third, team's third.
3:07 left. Reed Stuck completes the conventional three-point play. 47-18. Francis dribbles left. Back to Eddie. He'll fire a three off the glass. No good. Trey Lee with the board. All the way in the corner to Stuck. Tipped. He catches it. That's my shortstop. To Lee. Rogers, his corner three, no good. Lee with the board. Bartos, his three, no good. Yeah, they got Drew.
Drew that time, yeah.
Had a hand on Eddie's shoulder. He got fouled worse than that on that last offensive board, but he got caught on that one.
Yeah, he did.
2.5 left. Francis walks it up to Lemkuhl. Francis gets in the paint, shoots it around Lee. Shot's no good. Rogers on the floor with Hayden Spessard battling for it. Crowd loves the effort.
Yeah, they do.
So does these two guys sitting up here. Rogers will head to the bench. out of that hustle play. Give the Tigers another possession. Rigdon gets a 2-3 zone from Chrisman. Bartos gets the ball at the block, tries to finish, has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Tigers. Stuck to inbound. Up top to Rigdon. Gets left. His floater's no good. Bartos with an offensive board. Has it stolen away. Lemke back quickly for Chrisman. Stuck, poked it away. No foul called. Eddie with another three, no good. Tip kept alive. Here comes Rigdon. No numbers. He'll kick at the Stuck. His three's good. Reed Stuck gets the Tigers to the half-century mark, 50-48. 90 seconds left, third quarter. Lemke hitting the nose by Rigdon. Nothing called. Spencer tried to finish, too hard. Up ahead to Stuck. Fast and furious come the Tigers. Reed Stuck with the last 5 points for the Tigers. Don't blink tonight.
Definitely not. Tigers are rolling tonight. 52-18 your score.
Francis dumps it to Spessard. He dribbles left side, blocked by Lee. Lee's got it. He's got a knack for that. Tries to get to the rim, but he's fouled. More times than not, when Trey blocks a shot, keeps it in play, and even more times than that, he gets it himself.
Okay, fouls on 12. That's going to be Chris Francis, his second. Team's 4.
Stuck inbound to Bartos, and Drake knocks down a three from the corner. 55-18, 45 seconds, third quarter. Lemke gets it to Francis, to Eddie. Lemke's three, no good. Lee with the rebound. Up ahead to Rhodes. Rhodes was not open on that. Turnover Tigers. 30 seconds left. Three-point shots no good. Eddie's there for the putback. Rigdon clocks at 15. Now to Stuck. Clock's at 10. Tigers are set to go. Down to 7. Rigdon to Lee, top. His three, no good. Glass. Bartos with the left-handed putback is no good. We head to the fourth quarter. Tigers lead at 55-20. You're watching Tiger basketball on the Paris Sports Network.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events.
Final 8 minutes here from Ernie Evelyn Gym. Tigers will lead at 55-20. Be running clock here in the fourth quarter as the Tigers appear heading to their fourth straight win, their longest streak of the season. And one step closer to that 500 mark. Chrisman to start with the ball. Francis has it. Maloney tried to get it in deep to Spessard, nothing there. Langster tried to save it, went out of bounds. It'll stay with Chrisman. Peyton Langster, Ethan Hess, Parker Underwood. And Peyton Lankster on the court for the Tigers. Reed Stuck still out there as well. Nearly had the steal. Francis shot from 6 feet, no good. Rebound by Underwood, and he's fouled.
Spessard picks up the personal. That's going to be his first. Will be the team's 5th, though.
Stuck with the ball. Left side to Underwood. Hess. Now back to Stuck, looking low to Rhodes. He took a step.
Turnover Tigers.
Had Eddie on his hip, and Eddie moved to the side, and the resistance was gone and took a shuffle. Substitution will come in for Chrisman. That'll be Leland Board. Clock rolls, 6.5 left. Francis has it poked away by Rhodes. Back to Board. Shot is no good. Lankster comes away and up quickly. Kicks it to Stuck. His 3 in rhythm, no good. Pulled out by Underwood. Lankster's 3, no good. Underwood with another board. Underdog, undersized, just don't underestimate him. 3 is good. Parker Underwood. Earned that one. If anybody earned one, it's him.
Yep.
Eddie has it stolen away by guess who? It'll stay with Chrisman though. 58-20. Clock rolls 5:30. Eddie with the ball, right side. Up top to Francis. Tried to dump it into Spessard, stolen by Rhodes. He just fires it ahead. Parker's there. Goes up. Ball's blocked. It'll stay with the Tigers. Francis with a block. As Gage Tingley will check back in for Chrisman. As will John Mosier. Stuck into Underwood. Looking for help. Hess drives. Has his shot blocked once again by Francis. Good trip that time for Chris Francis. Spin move here. Shot blocked by Rhodes. Underwood there. Hess keeps his dribble alive. Now gets it to Rhodes. Underwood for 3. No good.
Oh, man, in and out.
Rebound pulled down by Leland Board. Francis gallops across the timeline. You tell he's pretty much spent. He's been everywhere tonight for Chrisman. Finally get it in to Spessard, but he's fouled from behind.
Underwood picked up a personal, his first, team's 3rd.
Gavin McCord checks in for Chrisman. Tingley left all alone. His shot from the free throw line short. Rebound off of Chrisman. It should go with the Tigers. 3:20 left. Biggest majority of the crowd's still here, Lenny.
It is. They're starting to thin out a little bit right now. I've seen a few people starting to get up and move around, but like you said, most of them stayed for the whole contest.
Hess is running jump shots, no good. Off his hands, out of bounds. It'll go to Chrisman. Coach Lorenzen emptying his bench. Sending in a couple of reserves here. Garrett Wade will check in, along with Landon Alexander. Two and a half left. Tingley Left side to Board. All the way across to McCord. Board nearly lost it. Now he's got it. Tiger defense stiffening here. McCord picks it up, throws it off the glass and in.
He got it to go.
Rhodes, clock's rolling at 2. Underwood tackled. Jammed down on that left ankle. Appears to be all right. Stuck into Hess. To Underwood. Still favoring that left side. Nice find that time.
Yeah.
Langster all alone underneath. Stuck, found him. 60th point of the night for the Tigers. .80 left in this. McCord to Board. Back to McCord. Deep 3 from Board is good. Leland Board makes it 60-25, a minute left. 3-point by Underwood is good. Playing possum is Parker. Oh, nearly stolen and tackled all in one motion by Ethan Hess.
Hess going to pick up the personal, his first. Team's fourth.
30 seconds left in this. Tingley has got it. Gets it to Board. Board dribbles around to McCord. McCord will fire 3, no good. Connor Rhodes with the rebound. That should do it. Langster walks it across. Clock's at 10. Your Tigers are going to move to 13-14 on the season with a 63-25 victory over the Chrisman Cardinals. We'll let you hear the school song as Lenny works on some stats.
White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning have been your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. With 2 convenient locations in Paris and Kansas, Templeton Funeral Home is always there, providing the care and service you and your loved ones deserve. Pete, Scott, and the staff at Templeton Funeral Homes would like to wish all the Tigers the best of luck this season. Go Tigers! Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950. If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. With locations in Paris, Chrisman, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Basketball on the Paris Sports Network, where your Tigers are victorious over the Chrisman Cardinals by a score of 63-25. As we wait to hear the final stats from Lenny, we'll be joined now by Tiger head coach Chase Brinkley. Coach, longest winning streak of the season.
That's right. Couldn't come at a better time.
Could not come at a better time. I agree 1,000%. And what can you say about the intensity that Tigers have had over the last 2 weeks? You know, we talked about it briefly, we talked about it briefly last night. Seemed like the LIC tournament, when we stuck around with Casey, we stuck around with Mount Carmel, just kind of gotten us going, where we could have folded after that heartbreaking loss down at North Central. So we turned the page and love the way that we're riding now.
We're just playing with a little bit of swagger. We're playing with confidence. We're shooting the ball really well. We're sharing the ball really well. We're getting out and running. Is that not working?
Yeah,
my bad. Sorry. But yeah, we're playing with a lot of confidence. We're playing with a little bit of swagger. We're playing. We're sharing the ball. We're filling our lanes. We're running the floor well. We're rebounding well. I mean, outside of Robinson, but I mean that's tough.
It's going to happen to a lot of teams.
I mean, we were still fighting, and we found a way, even whenever they do have those athletes, to get those rebounds, because we're just playing. We're playing team ball. You know, we're attacking not to force a shot. We're attacking to suck that defense in and then kick, and then we're shot ready. Like I said last night, we're not going long in practice. We're getting a lot of shots up. We're focusing on little things. We're talking defense, the schemes, and personnel against whoever we're going up against. But we're keeping our legs fresh. We're getting a ton of shots up, and right now we're shooting with confidence. We're playing with confidence. We're having fun. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
We're having fun. We're enjoying playing together. It's just a fun group right now, and we're playing the best basketball we have.
Yep.
At the right time.
And actually kind of morphing into a 1-2 punch now, scoring-wise. Last 2 nights, Bartos and Rigdon, so that's starting to happen. When you can get 40 points combined from 2 players, makes your job a lot easier as far as mixing and matching to find those final 20 points. 60 points is going to win a lot of high school games. So to do that takes a lot of pressure off you, and we've got, like you mentioned, unselfish guys, and the way we attack the offensive glass tonight is especially after last night when we got dominated on offensive glass, to switch it around and do it tonight just can only help going forward.
For sure. Brady Krippis is an animal.
Absolutely.
He is going to give you 100% effort every night. He rebounds literally everything. If he doesn't, Trey does or Drew does, and Drake did a good job of rebounding in there. But going back to Jackson, I'm always learning, growing, and watching different things, and it's fun to watch Jackson kind of morph into understanding that he is the best point guard in the league. He's the best point guard in the area, and he's playing like it. He's just playing with a lot of confidence, and our guys are feeding off of that. I've talked to people around town, and they've noticed it, and it's just fun, and it takes a little bit of pressure off of Drake. Early in the year, we were really trying to, find different ways to get Drake the ball and get him open, because other guys were looking for him to get the ball and to score, and he can score, but now we've got other guys that are doing it, and we're playing well. Reed Stuck broke his nose 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. He tried to play at Robinson, but it was so swollen in his face. Now he's put ice on it, and he comes in here and he doesn't miss a beat. He's still being aggressive, getting to the basket. That's what I was worried about, because he had been playing really well up to the point where he broke his nose, and I was worried that he wasn't going to be as aggressive anymore, but he was. And hopefully this game can keep his aggressiveness going and his confidence going. But just everybody's playing well. Peyton Langster's coming in off the bench, and he's given us a ton of minutes. I can't say enough about all of our guys. Connor Rhodes is starting to understand and starting to feel his role and understand his role and how to play and how to play in the middle of that zone or even on the wing. And, if we go him and Trey in there and Drew, we're super long. We're super long and active in there, and we can rebound. So we've got pieces. We've got pieces to make a run here. We just got to stay the course, stay focused, locked in, and play with confidence like we have been, and we'll be fine.
Absolutely. That's good. Go get those West Vigo Vikings on Tuesday night.
Yeah, we'll get to 500 then, and that'll be great.
Let's do it. Do it.
Thanks, guys.
Coach Chase Brinkley of the Paris Tigers, following his team's 4th consecutive win, as they move one step closer to that 500 mark with a 13-14 mark, while Chrisman falls to 9-18 on the season. Turn over to my partner, Lenny Irwin, for some final stats before we get out of here.
All righty, thank you, Jeff. For the Chrisman Cardinals, they were 1 for 1 from the charity stripe, 100%. They were 9 out of 24 from inside the arc for 38%, and they only hit 2 3-pointers, 2 for 16 for 13%. I had them committing 10 turnovers in the contest, 6 personal fouls in that second half. They were led in scoring by Nick Eady with 9 points, 5 for Roger Maloney. Looks like 3 points for Leland Board, 2 points for Hayden Spessard, 2 points for Chris Francis, 2 for Tristan Lemkuel, and 2 for Gavin McCord. Totals are 25. For your Tigers, we were 5 out of 7 from the charity stripe, 71%. We were 11 out of 26 from inside the arc for 42%, and 12 out of 29 from outside the arc for 41%. I had us committing 7 turnovers in the contest and 4 personal fouls. Drake Bardos led the way tonight with 21, followed by Jackson Rigdon with 13. Trey Lee had 12. Reed Stuck had 8. I had Parker Underwood with 6, 2 for Peyton Langster, and 1 for Drew Rogers. Totals are 63. Your final score, the Tigers win 63-25.
Once again, 4th in a row for the Tigers. They'll take a few days off now, come back in action on Tuesday against the West Vigo Vikings. Once again, junior varsity will tip off at 5:30 for that. Before that, though, on Monday night, it'll be grandparents' night here at Evelyn Gym for the Lady Tigers as they host Mattoon Green Wave in a contest. They just have 2 games left, and they begin regional play right here at Evelyn Gym 1 week from Monday. So Monday night we'll have the girls. Tuesday night we'll have the boys. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and you like and subscribe to this channel. If you like what you see or hear, we sure appreciate all of our sponsors allowing us to do this for y'all. For my partner, Lenny Irwin, this is Jeff Chambers. We'll talk to you on Monday evening.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by First Farmers Bank and Trust, North American Lighting, Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, the Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram Waste Disposal, the Skating Rink, and our affiliate sponsors, the Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.